Okay, so part three, last one for this set of rambles. Um, so yeah, I definitely found a high fruit, lots of water, and exercise diet to be very good in helping my skin issues to start clearing up, and my general sense of well-being improved greatly. Um, and topics for videos to come is, again, I can't emphasize and often can't verbalize the the profundity of experience it has been to transition into a raw vegan lifestyle, and the kind of consciousness expansion, for a lack of other vocabulary to use at this moment. um, Essentially, because of much improved hydration and nutrification, like that's probably maybe not even a word. Nitrification is a word. Nutrition, probably the greatest my body has ever received in my life. Maybe, other than when I was breastfeeding or something. Maybe that's even arguable. But I am so glad that my mom breastfed me. Thank you, mom. um, yeah, it's just so incredible. Like the last year and where it's taken me uh, since entering that realm, this realm of being a raw vegan, eating more fruits and vegetables that are not cooked, and lots of water, and more videos to come on like my particular regimen, I guess. But woo, transitioning was crazy sometimes. I would do days and days of fruit, and then suddenly I was craving beans, like profoundly. And I wanted canned beans. I wanted these beans that they sell in Portugal in glass jars that are already cooked with a fair amount of salt. And I just eat tons and tons of them. Like, it was really strange how much I was craving them. And it kept happening. And I realized what I was craving was minerals. And so ended up, duh, somewhere around that time was finding Dan McDonald's videos, The Life Regenerator, and the importance, duh, for me at least, of minerals within the routine. Fruits have their own amazing set of things going on. I don't deny the mineral content of fruits. Don't deny anything like that. But started vegetable juicing at a point and trying to see how that impacted things, and it was really profound. I mentioned in a previous video, I think, or maybe actually I didn't, when I did my cabbage juice video, my first experiences of vegetable juicing and oh my god, detoxes and stuff like that. Um, but it was just really obvious very quickly that vegetable juicing was something that my system really was craving and appreciated greatly. Um, Traveling a fair amount, definitely had issues sticking with the transition at times. And what I mean is, like, I would want to eat cooked vegan food. Vegan food. I was screwfish. Oh my gosh, what was I doing? All that kind of thing. Um, and so resumed doing the vegan thing, and it was lots of fruits, and do breads or do other cooked things, and sometimes it would taste so good going in, and I would just get so sick after eating the cooked food. And I'm like, oh, it's a strange cycle to be going through, and like anything I've ever experienced. Meanwhile, just so many things going on in life, in school, within here, you know, in every way, interactions with other people. It's a profound year. And Dan McDonald actually, in one of his videos, put it really well. The How much the raw foods expand this, your heart, man. Like your heart and this, just everything. Like I had no idea about so many things until I hit this diet, and then just suddenly, boom! Oh my gosh, everything just started clearing away, and I was being able to look at life, look at things around me and myself in ways that I'd never done before. And that sets up debates for other times, perhaps, like in terms of why that is and how that is and what all that actually means. And of course, within all of this discussing, I'm putting terms to all of this experience and, defining it somehow. And it doesn't necessarily have to be defined, it just was and is, but trying to relay it in a way that might make sense for people, maybe first coming into raw foods or trying to make some decisions or needing encouragement within their own path on this thing, or maybe not, like maybe deciding that something else is completely their way. But just in general, as humanity discussing topics of life, here we are. So, man, just so many things happening with the raw foods and actually becoming more. I know I was mentioning in a previous video, and it probably seems evident in this video too, that I seem to have an issue with focus, like being linear, for lack of a better way to describe it. It doesn't give me a tremendous issue like in my normal everyday existence most of the time, but sometimes I observe that I need to tighten up, so to speak. Um, but I've just developed such a different sense of self eating this way. Um, Feeling more embodied, if that makes sense. For a long time, like for instance with the eating disorder and stuff like that, and a lot of my existence here in the United States, the vast majority of my life, except for, roughly in a year and a half or so that I've spent out of the country, traveling and living abroad and whatnot. Our lifestyle is so different here that just all these things culminated so beautifully. I was in a country where things were so much more laid back. I was being paid to go to school, and just relax. And I had all these amazing foods and nourishment and hydration coming in. And I had YouTube, I had the net to just really access so many realms of information that I'd never applied myself or given myself permission to examine before, partially not out of a sense of urgency or something, but also not sensing the time or desire or the relevance to do so within my previous views in life and stuff. Yeah. Basically, it's been amazing. It's been amazing. My skin stuff really healed up, but definitely I've still been dealing with it at different levels. I've had moments of extremely clear skin and moments of not so much. And I'm definitely connecting it to cooked food when I have those issues. I notice my sense of rest and okayness is disrupted when I eat cooked foods. Like, I develop digestive, and I've mentioned that in a previous video or two as well. And the skin being one of those big cleansing organs of the body, definitely, some cooked lentils and bulgur of organic nature at the restaurant that I work at that should technically, within some constructs that I have in this brain of mine, should be okay or not okay. And like I began this whole talk with, sort of apparently nuts as well are causing some issues. So basically, yeah, within the last year or so, did a lot of high fruit stuff and occasional cooked vegan meals, having not so cool consequences from that when I did, but still like, oh my god, I have to have it. Or, being with friends, being with international friends that this lifestyle is not compatible with at all. And so there was moments I even ate egg or something. I was with an Iranian person and consumed egg and stuff, which was delicious, and it was from the heart, this provision that was given to me. And that's a whole nother realm too. Like, I desire not to be dogmatic to the point of excluding others in my life or making them feel bad. I don't feel like I could eat a cheeseburger or a steak ever, from where I sit right now. But if I go to, I don't know, someplace in Malaysia and I stay with a family and they have this specific thing that I have to have, and maybe we'll deal with it then. I don't know. It's a whole other can of worms. But vegetable juicing has been like the epitome of greatness in my raw food journey, and I'm over time now. I hope YouTube doesn't kick it off. But Dan the Man, Life Regenerator, is where it's at for encouragement within that stuff. And so lots of vegetable juicing and fruits is where I'm coming back to right now after many, spouts off in life experiments, like deliberately trying to eat grain, negative results, deliberately trying to eat beans, negative results, deliberately eating nuts, bad results, or whatever, within context, within, I'm sure there's some proportion to it that I haven't figured out yet, maybe, I don't know. But for me, the ultimate thing that I have found that works for me beautifully and helps me feel just like so energetic and so clean is lots of fresh fruit, lots of fresh vegetables, and lots of that being vegetable juice, and lots of water, and moving, definitely exercising and being conscious, breathing consciously, and being outside. And so that's where I find myself today, still healing from lots of stuff, whatever happened at the beginning of this week where I was feeling ill. Like everybody else watching this and doing their own thing, life is a journey and we're all figuring it out, and I'd love to help us all figure out, the journey together, including myself. So comments, questions, sharings are always welcome. I love you guys. I hope that wherever you find yourself right now is a beautiful place and you feel encouraged and, well, hopeful and encouraged that together, like we humans, as individuals, can do positive things in our own life for ourselves and for the collective of humanity and this entire living planet. So many, many things to come. I thank you for being on this journey with me, and I love you.